Imagine the thrill of a lifetime. You've hooked a fish so massive it could be the one. What goes through your mind in those heart pounding moments as you battle something truly enormous? We're diving deep into the extraordinary psychological impact of landing the biggest catch of your life. All right, guys. So here we go. We're going to delve into this a little bit. So we're going to talk about the lure of the unknown, right? So naturally, as human beings, we have a drive to conquer, right? That's just instilled in us. We want to win. We want the best. We want to conquer. And that's a lure, right? Another lure is the neurological excitement and the anticipation, right? I'm going out fishing tomorrow. I'm going to catch fish. I'm excited about it. And I am anticipating catching some fish, maybe even trophy fish. Who knows? That's a lure. That is a lure to get us to go. Another lure is the mystery of the unknown. I got a pretty good idea. Fish are going to be right here at this particular time, but how certain can I be? How certain can I be that this fish, this trophy fish, is going to be there when I think it's going to be there? You've got that surface of the water, right? And we can see the surface and everything up above it. But that mystery of what's below, that's a lure. So these lures get us out there and get us going. So next we're going to look at the battle with and without. Now, in the heat of that battle, you've got this intense focus. You have got this intense focus and problem solving. That's what you're doing. And I like to look at it like you've got blinders. Now, you know blinders. But these are not blinders for your eyes. They're blinders for your brain, right? So I'm here. And in the heat of battle, my brain is not looking that way. It's not looking. It can't see anything. What it sees is straightforward. This highway we're going down, and that's all we're thinking about. That's all we're into this thing. We are into this thing. So we are focused. We're problem solving, but man, we are focused. And I can guarantee you, at this time when you're fighting that trophy fish, the fish of a lifetime, there is nothing else you're thinking about. Problems in the world, your personal problems, somebody else's problems. Nah, we're not worried about those right now. You got brain blinders on, and you're going down that road. And I can tell you guys from experience, and you know as well, when that fight's on, you're not thinking about anything else. Nothing else are you thinking about. Another aspect, the physical exertion along with mental fortitude. Now, when I talk about that, what I'm talking about is you're fighting a fish. This is going to be your PB. It's going to be a hell of a fish. But you're getting tired, you know. You've been fighting this fish for 20 minutes. Man, I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired. Well, anglers that are dedicated to their hobby, to their sport, have this kind of mental fortitude to really, we push ourselves past the limits of a regular person. So I can tell you, I've been a mate on a sport fishing vessel offshore. We take people out, and so this particular person doesn't normally do things like this. Maybe it's even the first time they've been in the ocean. It might even be the first time they've been fishing. And we're just going to say we're going to set them in a chair because they have hooked up with a 35, 40-pound amberjack. And if you guys have caught amberjack, you know the fight. And about 10 minutes in, they've had enough. They've had enough. They don't want no more of this amberjack. So take this rod, please. Please take this rod from me. So that is that mental fortitude to overcome that physical thing. It's not mental anymore. It's all physical. And please take this rod from me. Well, I can tell you, as for me, and I know a lot of you people, when you take that rod from me, I am passed out on the deck because this fish has almost killed me. I'm not giving my rod to this guy. Because when you do that, that's no longer your fish. That's his fish. You've wasted 20 minutes of your life. You'll never get back fighting this fish, and you give it to this guy. Now it's his fish. He gets the accolades. He gets the pictures. He gets the pats on the back, the high fives. He gets all that. It's his fish. It's his story now. So you got to have that mental fortitude to really push yourself, beyond your limits. You do. And that's, that person that sat there for 10 minutes and gave it up, hey, they may be a great gardener. And they have the mental fortitude for that. But this isn't their thing, and, I'll give it to this big guy over here. He'll bring it in, and I'll eat good. Yeah, you're going to eat good. Well, he did all the work. So, you got to push yourself past the limits. And that's part of the battle, right? That's part of the battle. Now, we talked about that highway, right? That highway. You're going down with these brain blinders on. And when you're driving down the highway, there's signs on the highway telling you, speed limit, intersection coming up, whatever. There's signs. Well, you're going down this highway as you're battling that fish, and you see a sign that says doubt. You see a sign that says failure. So in this battle, you start having doubt that you're going to fail. You're going to be a failure. Now, remember when I said the blinders, you're not thinking about anything else but this doubt, this failure, right? It's all part of that highway. Have I got the drag too tight? Have I got the drag too loose? Am I not keeping this head up enough? Am I not positioning myself right? You start doubting yourself, but it's rolling right into everything else, right? You're still doing your job, but you start having doubt because these are road signs on that highway you're going down, and it's all part of it. And that's a natural thing to have doubt. You're afraid. I'm fixing to lose the best fish of my life. And that keeps you going. It keeps you in your zone and keeps you doing your thing. So during that battle, you're not only battling the fish, You're also battling yourself. All right, guys, so now we're going to talk about the euphoria of victory, right? The euphoria of victory. And when we talk about that, we're talking about that immediate rush of dopamine and adrenaline. You know that. Man, you pumped up, buddy. I mean, you bowed up like a Halloween cat. You're just pumped up. It feels so good. And you get that fish on board, and you're getting high fives from everybody, pats on the back and all that stuff. And you know, that's what we look for. That is a profound sense. It's an accomplishment. And you're getting validation from people. You did a great job. What a great fish. And man, just, it feels good. It feels really, really good. And that really it transcends the act of fishing. That's why we go. We want that accomplishment. We want that validation from people that were there. We want that validation from people that weren't there. We want the validation from the guys on the boat, the guys on shore with you, the guys on the pier. Ladies, I'm not forgetting you either. But we need that. And that's why we fish. We fish for that accomplishment and that validation. That's why we do it. You know, it's that simple. And we really have more of a connection to nature. And we're really part of the food chain now, right? Hey, I didn't go buy this fish at the market. I went out there. I went to his habitat. I battled him one-on-one. And this guy won. So you're part of the food chain now, all right? A real part of the food chain. And that's that is a euphoria of victory. I won. I conquered this great beast. That's all part of it. Next, we're going to look at the afterglow and the echoes. And when I talk echoes, I'm talking about that story. You know, those stories. So everything you just went through, catching this great fish, it has a lasting effect all through your life. It has a lasting effect. It kills all the stress you have in life because you're not thinking about any of that crap. It kills all the stress, and it is just great for overall well-being. Now, the echoes, the storytelling. So every time you tell this story, guess what? You're reliving what happened that day. And not only is it affecting you in a positive way, and every time you tell this story, it's affecting you in a positive way, it's affecting other people in a positive way. It's affecting your buddies. It's affecting the people you tell the story to. They're saying, hey, I got to get out there and get me some of that. Not just a story. You may have taken video of it. Oh, man. So when you go out there and you do something like that and you tell that story and you're reliving it, you're also inspiring people. You're inspiring yourself. I got to get back out there and do that again. That was fun. You're inspiring other people. You're inspiring people that were on the boat with you, people that were on shore with you, people that were on the pier with you. You're inspiring them. I got to get out there and get me some of that. That looked like a great time. So your whole life, 30 years from that day you catch that fish, every time you relive it, it's good for your body, it's good for your soul, and good for your mind. Because when you're reliving it, it's not like that day you were there. But I tell you what, it's not far off from it. And sometimes in life, memories are all we have. And like I said, 30 years down the road, I'm bringing that memory back up. And I'm reliving it every time. And I hope in 30 years, I hope I'm still out there fishing. But I also hope that it inspires others to really inspire people to, you know, take that pursuit. Go out there and do it. And another thing I think it does, it also gives us a deeper connection to nature. You know, and being outside and being outdoors and enjoying ourselves. It's just it's a great feeling that you'll carry with you your whole life. The one that didn't get away, that trophy fish. And next, guys, we're going to talk about beyond the fish, life lessons. That biggest catch, that trophy fish, you know, that really mirrors life's challenges and the importance of perseverance. You know, when you face adversity, you face problems, you face issues in your life away from the water, if you'll keep one thing in mind, if you'll tackle those problems, those issues, like you tackled that trophy fish you caught, that, remember, the blinders and that highway, if you treat that battle like you battled that fish, you won't fail. Because remember the fortitude that you had fighting that fish. You persevered. You were physically beat, but you had the fortitude to win, to conquer that fish. If you will remember that, and everyday challenges that we all are presented with, if you will tackle that challenge the way you tackle that beast, that fish, you can't lose. You're going to win. You're going to be a winner. But just remember, keeping your mind locked in on what you're doing, you can't lose. Guys, we got a big brain. And you know, you hear those rumors, oh, we only use 50% of our brain. Bullshit. We use a lot of our brain. And when you focus that in, like you did when you were catching that beast, you can't lose. You cannot lose. Something that it teaches you as well is patience and strategic thinking. That's beyond the water. Got nothing to do with that water. But when you concentrate, you got a problem, you got an issue, you got something that needs to be worked out, treat it like that big fish. Put them brain blinders on and go straight forward, and doesn't matter what signs are on the side of the road. You know what signs do? They pass by you. All right? You see it, you think about it, and you move on. Something else that it teaches us is humility and respect for nature. And we just, you know, we want to take care of what we've got. And that's a great piece of advice for life in general, not just fishing. Because you've been taught this by nature, by engaging with the most formidable creature that nature has to offer. These guys are in their element, and their element doesn't even compare to ours. They're doing their thing. But guys, I hope you got something from this. I'm not going to say I hope you learned something, because if you're an angler and you've been in that situation, you already know. It's already instilled in you. And just remember, carry it with you throughout your life. And you'll always be a winner, and you'll never fail, because you're going down that highway. And at the end of that highway is a trophy. Be it a big old fish, or a great job you landed, or just something you helped somebody with. Well, guys, that's all I've got. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I do appreciate you. You guys take care of each other, and I will definitely catch you guys on the next one.